Hello, everyone. And today we're doing a commentary on Boomtown because someone, I think it was like movies in general, requested that we should do a story that one of us loves and another one of us hates, and that's Boomtown because I don't really like it. I would give it like a 3 or a 4 out of 10, and Type 40 would give
Hey
it like
guys.
I think he gives it like a 7 or something.
Yeah, 6 or 7, not bad at all, I think.
Yeah,
Quite fond of the story.
yeah, and I don't think it's very good. So hey, so yeah, and by the way, this time you won't be able to hear what I like the story because of copyright and because it's easier for us, and it could be a bit annoying if you want to watch the story with us. So if you want to watch the story with us, then please find the story now. So please find it now, so we'll be able to sort of
Yeah, let's
yeah,
give them 1 or 2 minutes.
yeah. Um, let's just give
So
them a
what,
minute.
what are your problems with Boomtown?
Well, I find it very very cheesy. Um, that's my
Really?
main issue.
I don't think it's cheesy at all, but I think the main problem with Boomtown is just kind of plot holes, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean there are quite a lot of plot holes. Yeah,
I mean, there's quite a big one. All the Slovene plot is basically a plot hole, just with her. Basically, TARDIS giving her another chance at the end is basically a plot hole. But I
yeah,
think the story, all in all, is quite an enjoyable story.
yeah. And if you want us to do a commentary on another story, then please tell us. We'll be doing the Mind Robber next week. Um,
Okay.
yeah, and then the week after that we'll be doing Planet of the Oods. So yeah. But anyways,
Yeah.
I think we're all ready to watch it. So if you haven't found it, then find it now. This is your last chance. So
Yeah.
okay, 3, 2, 1, play.
Did you like Aliens on Earth in World War III?
Not really.
I
I mean,
quite enjoy them too.
fair enough. I mean, I find them really cheesy, and I think the Slovene are like really really childish in an annoying way.
Well, Slovene could have been done better, definitely. Like the big eyes. I think that was just an attempt to make them less scary for kids, maybe.
Yeah, they look like baby
Yeah.
creatures, and I think the farting gets really annoying.
Yeah, that as well.
Yeah,
They could have made them so much better, but whatever.
yeah. I think she's the worst of the thing. She's the most annoying one.
Yeah, she kind of is.
Yeah,
But I don't really understand how she can be in this position. Because obviously her character, well, her costume was seen by Harriet Jones, wasn't it?
yeah.
In World War III. So how can she actually be the mayor of Cardiff?
It doesn't make any
Because I'm
sense.
pretty sure the Prime Minister would know the mayor of Cardiff.
Yeah, unless she's like I don't know.
She would know the mayor of Cardiff. So
Yeah, she
plot
would.
hole number one. But otherwise, again, I repeat myself, but I really like the story, to be honest.
Yeah, okay.
But the plot holes certainly aren't too good.
Yeah, and quite obvious. It's quite an obvious plot
Yeah,
hole.
my favorite intro.
I think it's a bit cheesy how she's like, "Oh, thank God we have you." You're like, and then like she turns into the Slovene. I think that's a bit cheesy.
Sort of, but I don't really mind it too much. I don't think that's a minus point.
Fair enough.
And Mickey's arriving into Cardiff Central.
Yeah.
I think the opening shots after the intro are done quite well.
Yeah.
Could be from some like tourism commercial of Cardiff, to be honest.
Yeah, it could. It could.
But
Definitely.
again, if you like Cardiff, you will probably still like the episode because there's just so much Cardiff in here.
I mean, I've been to Cardiff once and I really liked it, but I mean, I don't think the show is still not very good in my opinion. But yeah,
Thing is with the story, it's in series 1, which obviously most of the stories are really good. So
yeah,
I think if it would be placed in another series, it might score better.
maybe.
She doesn't even say thanks to Mickey.
No, she's just like, hi, and like, yeah,
I think she's one of the worst in this episode. She's
definitely.
just so rude to Mickey all the time.
Yeah,
I really feel bad for him, to be honest.
yeah.
Captain Jack.
I think like those lines are quite cheesy. Like yeah,
I think just the conversation is a bit weird, but
yeah,
still. Into time and space.
oh yeah,
That was quite funny, to be honest.
yeah. I think that's. I mean, to be honest, I don't think that scene. I think that scene's quite terrible.
Why?
Because the dialogue's really, really bad, and I think it's cheesy, very cheesy. Um,
Okay.
that's a very good bit because we get a continuity reference.
Yeah.
Awesome. Oh yes, continuity references.
He's quite right there, to be honest.
Yeah,
Who the fuck would allow a nuclear power station in the heart of Cardiff?
I don't. I really don't know.
Because she said it's going to replace Cardiff Castle, which is literally in the heart of Cardiff.
Yeah,
Yeah, Cardiff Castle will be demolished. Of course it will. Again, plot hole. I think that's the biggest problem of the episode, plot holes. So
yeah.
many plot holes.
I think she's quite annoying, the Kathy character.
Sort of, but they needed a character like her, I think.
Yeah.
It was a very icy patch.
Yeah.
Dialogue isn't too good here, but still.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's just so cheesy. She's like, "Oh, that was a very icy patch and stuff."
Yeah, like
Yeah.
she would know that.
Yeah.
But I think this episode is kind of a filler episode, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Because plot-wise, this doesn't really have an effect on anything, really.
No, it doesn't really. I like this actually, like the way she doesn't want to kill her.
Yeah, that becomes quite a good moment. But still, um, I think it gets explored more when the Doctor talks to her, and that is quite nice as well.
Yeah.
I'm just really sad that they made the Slitheen this kind of choke race.
Yeah.
Because the Slitheen could have been really cool, to be honest, but they are just too child friendly, I think. Just imagine them as a new monster with like the 12th Doctor.
Yeah.
They would have been so much better.
Yeah. Yeah, and like the way that they just became sort of like something they like used in the Sarah Jane adventures like all the time and stuff.
Yeah. Because that was even worse than Sarah Jane Adventures. Obviously, I'm not complaining. The Sarah Jane Adventures is aimed at kids, I know. Still, the baby Slitheen was even more annoying, I thought.
Yeah. Yeah, I like that. I like what she doesn't want
Yeah,
to kill her.
that
And
bit is very good, I
yeah.
think. Clever dialogue.
Yeah.
The music is quite fitting as well.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm not sure if you know, but you can go into this restaurant. They shot it at like I think it's called the Bosporus. It's a Turkish restaurant.
Oh, okay.
I went there when I was in college. It's quite good actually.
That's quite cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Same as Eddie's Diner, which is just opposite basically. And they use it for all the American Diner scenes because it looks just like an American Diner.
Yeah.
Just quite annoyed that Eddie Steiner is now basically a TARDIS, the TARDIS of me and Clara. But
Yeah.
whatever. Don't really want to think about that anymore.
I know what you mean. Like, why should you just take the guy's newspaper? That's a bit rude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, Mickey is just so out of place.
Yeah.
Still, I find these scenes quite funny, to be honest. They're quite good, actually.
They're alright.
Just basically quite entertaining.
Yeah, it's sort of entertaining-ish.
And to be honest, that's kind of what Doctor Who should be, shouldn't it?
Well, it should be entertaining, yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't think it should be like cheating like this way. Like,
But these scenes really aren't cheesy. I mean,
no, they aren't cheesy. They're just, yeah. I mean, quite like those lines, like where it's like, tell her that, just the doctor and stuff. That's alright lines.
yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, Mickey is just too good to be true.
Yeah.
But I think, to be honest, I would have rather had him as a companion than Rose. Just imagine Rose wouldn't have been there, but Mickey would have.
Yeah. That'd be quite
Maybe
good,
just a
actually.
bit less scared Mickey.
Yeah.
But I prefer his character because Rose is just a bad person, to be honest.
Yeah, she is.
That was a really bad line.
Yeah. Yeah, it was. Yeah, I mean, it's terrible how she's just sort of, what have I ever done to you? And he's like, destroy the planet and stuff. I don't like that.
Yeah. That was quite a bad line as well, but
Yeah.
we are in Cardiff, London doesn't care. That's actually quite accurate.
Yeah.
That is quite good a line. She's the
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah, it is a good line.
Again, I like this sort of conversation. Good dialogue.
Yeah.
Some cheesy parts in there, I grant you that.
Yeah. I mean, it's not terrible. It's just there are just quite a lot of cheesy lines and sort of plot holes and stuff.
Yeah, but if you can sort of ignore that stuff, it's an enjoyable episode, I think.
Yeah, I mean, if you ignore that, it'd be like a 7. But because of that, I think I'm gonna give it like a 4.
Oh,
Because
so you've changed from 3 to 4.
yeah,
It gets better, doesn't it?
yeah, it does. It does.
I mean, this definitely isn't the best Doctor Who episode. I just think it's a really enjoyable one.
Yeah, okay. It is enjoyable. I must admit, it is enjoyable.
Yeah. play through Bad Wolf.
Yeah, I mean, it gets a bit annoying with like all the Bad Wolf things. I think
Yeah,
sort of. I mean, it's supposed to be a mystery, and it's better than stuff like Missy in some ways, with like her appearing at the end of.
definitely. Yeah.
But it's still a bit.
Nah, just a coincidence. That was a weird line for the Doctor.
Yeah.
But still, I sort of liked the Bad Wolf plotline. It wasn't too bad. We had far worse.
Yeah.
Try to say Raxacoricofallapatorius 5 times in a row.
Raxacorus fabulatorius. Raxacorus fabulatorius.
You failed the
Yeah.
first time. It's really hard.
It is.
I'm not even going to try it. That's quite a good dialogue line thing.
Yeah, that she's gonna be executed and stuff. And I do like the way that the Doctor's just sort of like not my problem.
Yeah. I think that's probably just because of Time Warrant is sometimes he just doesn't care anymore, I think.
That's quite a good line. I like that he wouldn't make a good guard and stuff.
Yeah.
I like some of the lines here, and some of them are quite bad. I mean, I like the way that she's like sort of that makes you my executioner and stuff. But
Yeah, it's an up and down with the quality of lines, but generally the dialogue's quite interesting and the acting's quite good as well.
I think some of the acting's a bit cheesy, and some of the lines are cheesy, but some of them are good. It's sort of like some lines are like quite good lines, and some of them are
Yeah.
quite cheesy lines. So, yeah.
That was very good. Let's see who can look me in the eye.
Yeah.
Definitely brings a more darker tone to it.
It does. It does definitely. Yeah. Oh, this scene with Mickey and Rose.
Yeah.
I mean, you feel bad for Mickey, but it's not a very good scene because Rose is so unlikable, especially in this. She's such
Yeah.
an unlikable character.
I really do feel bad for Mickey.
Yeah. And the way she doesn't even like. I mean, the way she's sort of like, you can feel he like wants to have a drink with her and stuff. He says that, and she's sort of like, oh yeah, that'd be nice, but you can feel she doesn't really want to and stuff. And she's like, yeah.
Yeah. Sort
Yeah.
of, yeah.
That's all right, but I think I don't like the way that Rose is so unlikable. I think that's annoying.
I think problem is the character is actually unlikable, but Russell T Davies is trying to get the people to like her.
Yeah. I don't like whether they find it funny.
Yeah,
And he's like, oh, that's a
that
bit
is
funny.
quite weird, to be honest.
Yeah, I think that's a terrible line. But I like the way they like that she tries to make her like them feel bad for her. I like that.
Yeah, quite
Yeah,
a good plan, to be honest.
yeah. I like her lines, but I don't really like the Ninth Doctor lines there where he's like strong enough. I think, but I like her lines.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's a general up and down this episode. Some are very good, some aren't as good. But
yeah, I agree.
for instance, that line wasn't too good. Really like to come out for my treat.
Yeah,
Sort of wasn't that good. Again, I like the visuals of the episode just because it's in Cardiff Bay, basically.
yeah. That's cheesy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
But then again, I do like the way she's just sort of there. Like this is where I used to live as Margaret and stuff. I like that.
Yeah, that was very good.
Yeah. I think it's cheesy how she tries to kill him with like sort of that stuff. I think that's cheesy.
Yeah, sort of is, but it's bit quirky, but it's not too bad, I think.
I think it's a bit cheesy, but I mean it's
That really annoys me. The scene with Rose and Mickey, where she's basically just talking about their adventures.
yeah,
She doesn't really care about Mickey.
yeah. Yeah, and it's a very cheesy scene with Rose and Mickey. I agree. Very cheesy scene. I hate the way she's just sort of like when he tells her that like he's going out with another person, she's just sort of like, "What?" I think that's cheesy.
Trisha Delaney from the shops.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, it's basically what she deserves. I mean,
Yeah,
she's the one who left, so
yeah,
basically her fault.
yeah, yeah. It is. Okay, we're back to the doctor now. That's good.
Yeah.
I like the way that she's sort of like will bothering me and stuff. That's I mean, I like the
Quite
way
good,
she's
yeah.
yeah, she's trying to make the doctor feel sort of guilty. I like that when the doctor's like, there used to be a real Margaret Gray, and you
Yeah.
and yeah, that's good.
Because I think she really forgot that. She doesn't really care anymore.
Yeah,
But it's very true. I mean,
yeah, it
I
is.
was actually a person, so.
Yeah,
That line, what would Trisha Delaney say?
yeah, yeah. It is a cheesy line. And that's cheesy when Bro's like, you don't even like Trisha Delane. I mean, that's just
Yeah.
yeah. And he's like, at least I know where she is and stuff.
Yeah. I mean, I'm completely on Mickey's side. She's just,
Yeah,
it's her own fault.
yeah. But I don't know if I really like that subplot with like Rose and Mickey because like I feel bad for Mickey, but I really don't like Rose, and it's yeah.
Yeah.
I yeah.
I think the problem with the subplot, it doesn't get referred to in later episodes. It's sort of,
Yeah,
it happens in the episode, but they just kind of forget. It's just like an episode of The Simpsons. Like after the episode, everything's back to normal.
yeah,
Think, why do bother with the subplot if you're not actually going to use it in a further episode?
exactly.
If it's not even a good subplot. If it were to be a good subplot, okay, but in that case, not really sure why.
Yeah, I know. I mean, I like the way that she sort of like tells about like she can change because she didn't kill that person from earlier. But
I really like the doctor's answer, to be honest.
yeah, yeah, I don't. Yeah, it's good. Like you should have. Yeah, you let one of them go, but that's nothing new and stuff. That's
Yeah,
really good. That's good. I like that.
yeah. I think generally the dialogue with between the Ninth Doctor and her is very good in the restaurant scene.
Yeah. I mean, you can understand Mickey there.
Yeah, definitely. That was a really good line of Mickey, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, like you do really feel bad for Mickey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I sort of like the visuals there, although they're not too good, but I sort of like them.
Yeah.
Some shots are quite nice and remind me of the classics era. I know that's not a good thing for visuals, but still, sort of like them.
Yeah, some of them are quite sort of like what sort of classical style sort of if they had had good CGI back then.
Yeah,
Well, good.
I
I mean,
mean, sort
CGI.
of that scene just before with the TARDIS being that huge beam of light out there kind
Yeah,
of reminded me of like the TV movie or something.
yeah, I know. Twist, 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 because you were like almost feeling bad for her, and you were almost on her side and stuff, but then turns out she's bad,
Yeah,
and I don't like that. I don't like that twist.
it wasn't a very good twist. I mean,
No,
I'm not sure. Maybe people didn't get it, but I personally never thought she was a good person.
I agree.
But maybe some just casual viewers who don't watch the show often didn't get that. So, I mean, you always kind of have to think from their point of view as well, because it's basically for the BBC, they can't just do fan service and complicated plot lines only Whovians will understand, because they still have to get some viewers.
Exactly.
And I think just all hardcore Doctor Who fans probably won't be enough to pay the bills at the BBC.
Probably not. I mean, they'd only get like a couple of
Yeah,
million views. I mean, I know that's a lot, but like, let's say they normally get like 7 million views. They might only get like 2 million views.
yeah,
So,
probably.
yeah,
I mean, I think shows like EastEnders get a lot more views, basically.
yeah,
Still, they're cheaper to produce because it's basically just dialogues and some shitty sets, but
yeah,
that's just the way TV works, I guess.
yeah. It is.
I mean, I think the ending is quite good of this story if it weren't such a plot hole.
Yeah, yeah. I guess so.
Because why would the TARDIS grant her basically a new start, a new life, if
Yeah.
she just lied. Because she wasn't a good person, was she?
No, she
It was all just a trick.
Yeah. Even though I think that arm, like her arm, looks so terrible. Like
Yeah, that was quite
Yeah.
bad. Yeah.
Yeah. And I did like the Doctor's lines when he's sort of like looking, but yeah, I mean, if it wasn't a plot hole, I guess it would be good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Again, the visuals very 80s style, I think.
Yeah.
Still,
Even though the
doesn't
color,
really
like
bother me. Yeah.
the color turns sort of very CBBC Sarah Jane Adventure. Really,
Yeah.
it does look like something you'd see in like in the Sarah Jane Adventures. I guess that's because the Slovene is in it, but yeah.
Maybe. Very weird egg, to be honest.
Yeah.
She's an egg. Quite a good episode for Easter's, I think.
Yeah.
You could consider it a Doctor Who Easter special.
I guess so. Let's just call it the Doctor Who Easter special from now on.
Yeah. With a whole 5 seconds of Eastery goodness in it.
Ah, how lovely. And that egg looks kind of a bit like an Easter egg, a bit.
Yeah.
Tiny, like, reminds me a bit of like an Easter egg, but.
You know, the scene now where the police comes along, basically to investigate all the stuff, would have been quite
Yeah.
funny if they brought along Sergeant Andy Davis from Torchwood.
Oh, yeah.
Gwen Cooper's old kind of companion. That would have been quite cool, because I think he's going to star in a Torchwood audio adventure soon.
Yeah, but Torchwood, of course, Torchwood didn't really exist back then, but yeah.
True.
So.
Still, it would have been cool if he started his Doctor Who career in that episode, I think. That would have been
Yeah.
very cool. Because that would have been basically a bit of fan service,
Yeah.
at least in retrospective.
Yeah. She's so annoying, Rose.
Yeah.
I really don't like her, especially in this.
Yeah.
She's not very good.
I think I liked her in the first couple of episodes.
Yeah, but fair enough.
She
I
wasn't
mean,
bad then, I thought,
she
but
was alright in Rose, I guess.
goes downhill from then on, I think.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's the episode.
Yeah.
So, final verdict. What would you give this episode?
I would probably give it a 4. Better than I
A 4.
remember, but still not very good. I mean, loads of issues and stuff. Yeah. What would you give it?
Still a 7. I don't really want to go down to a 6 because I enjoyed it, and I think that's kind of what Doctor Who is about.
Yeah, I guess so. So I think it would be interesting to take a story that you hate and I like at some point, like
Yeah.
maybe Silver Nemesis or something. Yeah, but anyways, do you think we should look in the comments and see what people have said?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So Solar Production said, "Have I come at the wrong time?" And then like a sad smiley. And then he said, "Have you guys noticed there are 2 Dalek stories in and 2 Slitheen stories in season 1?" Yeah, I have noticed that. That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then he says, "I think Russell T Davies wanted wanted to do the slithering twice for the kids as they fought, and
That is definitely true, I think.
yeah, and the
They
Dalek.
are just child service then.
They are, and the Daleks twice so people can get into the new series. Yeah, I think you're right. Get what I mean? He asks. Yeah, I get what you mean. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this live stream, and we'll see you
Yeah.
next time for another live stream. Well, I'll see you tomorrow for another video. But yeah, so have a great day, everyone, and that's it for us. And
Yeah.
yeah, so have a great day, and bye, everyone.